All right. So here, so again, now, if you remember, wait, I'm recording. Now, if you remember, we're doing withdrawal. Well, excuse me, we're going to look at loans. That was something else we did. Loans, right? You're making payments on a regular schedule. That's when you're making many payments. You're making many payments. Okay? You're making many payments. Now, here, okay, we want to, so we're going to work with loans. This is the formula we work with. Again, you know, I'm not going to leave it up there too long, only because, you know, it's in the notes already. We have seen it before. So it's not something I really want to focus on too much because, you know, it's in there. We have seen it before. It's in the notes already. But let's do some examples of this. Okay, so let's suppose you want to take out a $220,000 mortgage on a house. Let's suppose you want to do that. And let's say they tell you that, you know, who's ever going to lend you the money, the loan company or the bank, whatever, they tell you the interest on that loan is 9%. And the loan is going to last 20 years. The question is, how much will your mortgage payments be? You know, payments is the payments the mortgage payments, again, those are the payments you make to pay off the loan, right? We've seen that. So, again, we want to figure out what our payments are going to be. In other words, we're looking for PMT, right? If you go back to the formula, the PMT here in this formula, that's our loan payment. You know, your monthly payments, annual payments, whatever. In this case, it's mortgage payments. Okay. That's what we're saying here. Okay. And we're assuming also that the mortgage payments are monthly. All right. So we have P sub 0, right? That's the loan balance, right? That's the balance in the account at the beginning, right? PMT is what we're looking for, the monthly loan payment, the monthly mortgage payments, okay? The monthly ones. I might have forgotten to write that down, so I'm sorry about that. But it is monthly, though, okay? Monthly mortgage payments, okay, are, right, is our interest as a decimal 0.09. And again, I forgot to write down the word monthly here. So let me, you know what, let me just add that actually. They're monthly payments. There we go. Okay. I might have forgotten to write that down. So again, I am sorry about that. So they're monthly mortgage payments. Okay. Now, so since they're monthly, right, remember, we're assuming, right, down here, that unless stated otherwise, the number of times it's compounded, the account that is, equals the number of times, equals how often we make payments. So if we're making monthly payments as we're doing here, that tells us the account is, the number of compounding periods in a year is 12. It's 12. And this is going on for 20 years, right? Okay, so let's do this. So here's our formula. We have the variables, right? Again, P0 is the balance in the account in the beginning. We're looking for PMT, R is 0.09, N is 12, T is 20. So we have this, 220,000 equals all this. So I'm substituting. And now it's a little bit, it's not terrible, but as you can see, we have to figure out, though, what our PMT is. You know, what is our monthly mortgage payment going to be? Okay, well, we have the formula. I mean, we can do it. So let's do it. So from here, what do you want to do? Again, we can work with the numerator and denominator separately. Oh, geez, I pressed escape. Okay, sorry, my mistake. I pressed the wrong button. So what we can do is we want to figure out the numerator and denominator separately. So we have 0.09 over 12, right? Well, that just by direct calculation is this, 0.0075. For the numerator, right? Well, again, order of operations. We want to work with the innermost parentheses first. So we have 1 plus this, which is, again, 1 plus 0.0075. And you combine it to get this, as you can see. Okay. Then we have to raise that to this exponent, negative 12 times 20. But negative 12 times 20 is negative 240. If you raise this in your calculator, 1.0075 raised to the negative 240, right? You end up getting this. That's good. Okay, okay. Then we do 1 minus that, okay? 1 minus that, right? And we end up with this. So again, it's just taking one piece at a time, so to say. You do the innermost parentheses first. You handle the exponent, right? That's what we're doing here. Here I'm just multiplying the numbers together, 12 times 20. We carry out this power. 1 minus that, we get this. All right. So what we have then is 220,000 equals this. So we have all this here. Okay, so that's what we have here. Now, so how do we get PMT? Well, basically what you're going to have to do is this. I rewrote it like this just to make it a little bit easier. We want to divide, that is, carry out this quotient, and that's what I'm doing here. So if you divide, if you carry out this quotient, you get this number here, you get this number, and then you just divide by this. So it's just basic division now, right? So we divide, as you can see, okay? Then we have to divide again, right? Because we want to get PMT all alone. And this is what we get. So altogether, we have PMT is $1,979.40. So that's how much we pay each month to pay off the mortgage. Okay? That's how much we pay each month to pay off the mortgage. Okay, that's good. Now, again, we're going to make it interesting in that how much do we pay, how much are we going to pay in total to the loan company? In other words, after 20 years, how much money would we have sent them altogether? That's really what we want to know, right? That's what Part B was. You know, if we go back, that's what, oh, I thought Part B was in there. Well, that's okay. I guess this part is added on. This is, how do I say this? This is, I guess, the fun part. So, okay, thought I had this in there. Anyway, so how much are we going to send them? Okay, well, we're going to have this much per month, $1,979.40 per month, okay, times 12 months per year, right? We're paying it off each month, and we want to know how much we're sending them altogether after 20 years. So we have to multiply by 12 months per year and then multiply by 20 years. Altogether, we end up with this. I think what I did was I wrote, for fun, let's find out this much. And for some reason, I took out the phrase for fun. So that's probably why, that's where this came from. But in this problem, if you had it on an exam or something, the PMT is all we're looking for. So this part here is like extra stuff for fun. So altogether, we get this for how much money we're sending them altogether after 20 years, right? Again, we got a monthly payment. We're multiplying by 12 months per year, okay? And then we're multiplying by 20 years, right? You can't just multiply 1,979.4. You can't just multiply this by 20. Okay? This is per month. Multiplying it by 20 years, well, you have the units there. So we end up sending them all together this amount. But how much of that money is actually interest, though? Well, again, anything over the loan amount, which in this case is $220,000, anything over that came from interest. Anything over that came from interest. Well, how do we get that? Subtract. We subtract how much we're sending them. We subtract the loan that we're originally paying off. Well, anything else we're sending them came from the interest on the account. The interest on the loan, that is. And that's this. This is how loan companies and banks make money. They lend out money, you pay it off, but you also pay interest. So again, this is how much we're sending them. This part covers the loan. Whatever's left over is the interest, and that's what we're doing. Okay. Are there any questions about this?